What up, people? It's your boy Master Chudy out here with another comic review. First of all, getting ready to review this annual of Red Hood and the Outlaws. I want to give a big shout out to the viewers who are watching the previous Red Hood video I did. I got over 100 views, and I can say I'm pretty humbled. I think it's a big step, and I want to continue to bring out this good content for you. So we're getting to the first annual of Red Hood and the Outlaws. And first of all, the cover is very eye-catching. You got all the Outlaws here, and then you have Nightwing coming in, so you can tell it's going to be a good team up. So let's go into it. We basically have, you know, standard weapons meeting deal here in the ocean right here. And basically, this guy is bored, but when he mentions that he's going to meet with a beast, which in this case, spoilers, it's KGBeast, he's like, oh no, I ain't about it. I'm going to turn this boat around. And this guy brings out he's packing heat, saying, nah, you're going to keep it here. It's like, man, shoot me. It's like, I don't want to be here. And, it's like, and this dude is like saying, don't worry, I know the beast. But that clearly isn't the case because we see this huge explosion. And at the same time, people are just getting slaughtered left and right. Like, except for, of course, the dude who's going to meet this guy. So we see him begging not to be killed, but it's obviously will be. And then we see this awesome shot of KGBeast with a new arm enhancement. And he's trying to figure out, okay, what do you want before I kill you? Next, we have Dick Grayson here in the middle at the circus in Gotham City. And we see that we have a nice little small right-hand title page known as Big Tent, Bigger Dreams. Scott Lobdell, who's been doing a good job, I think, on Red Hood and the Outlaws. And then we get this great page of art right here. Like Captain Comics says, this would be the perfect thing to hang on my wall, even though they're not being necessarily heroic. It's just pretty good art. So we see that the Outlaws are in a circus, all taking on different roles. We have Jason Todd, Red Hood, being the sharpshooter, and you can see him just popping all these bottles right here. We got Bizarro as the strong man, doing his thing. We have Artemis as the all-around archery girl, hitting her targets and whatnot. So after the show, Dick leaves and he finds their trailer, and then we see the big happy team as the circus people in a trailer. And I have to say that this is probably the most cohesive team right now in DC. They just work so well together and everything like that. So Dick is trying to find out, okay, you gave me a longitude number and a latitude number and your trailer number. Why am I here, pretty much? And, you know, he's still asking the question what he's doing here. So Jason just explains to him that, a while back he ruined this arms deal for some Russians and then he kicked them out of Gotham, basically. But they came back, not for him, but obviously for something else. So he thought he would just tag along and see what they're up to. And basically, he's Dick is still trying to find out what he's here for. Part of the reason is that Jason really admired Dick when he was young. He saw Dick as a flying Grayson, and he admired him and he wanted to be him. But and then we see him; he's still not trying to say it. He's like saying, "I figured that we're at the circus. You love the circus." And then Bizarre's like, "Someone does not like circus." And then Artemis like, "Yeah, it's not war. It's not fun like war, but." And Dick is like, "Okay, obviously, I'm really not needed, so I'll be on my way." But Jason grudgingly says like, look, I need your help on this one. To which Dick says, look, okay, I can get the Titans to help you, but I got a lot of other things to do. To which Artemis is like, okay, both of you are basically BSing each other. What if you grow up and accept the help? And to which Dick is like, is she always this forward? And she's like, too forward. Too always. So basically, Jason talks to the guy, tells him that Dick is not a visitor, but he's going to be a clown. Flippy Flop, the acrobatic clown. And, yeah. Dick is like, okay, yeah, that's me. Now, I know a lot of people don't really feel odd as Jason being all this happy-go-lucky type of thing, but it's good to see him, relaxed a bit. Trust me, he's on the edge in every other issue. It's nice to see him take a break for a while. So everybody's at the commune with all the other performers. Dick and Artemis are chatting it up, to which Jason is not too pleased about it. And he basically tells Dick, like, look, it's like, shouldn't you be finding out the bad guys? And Dick says, look, we're at a circus. We got to talk with the folk. And that's what we're going to do. And so Dick is about to retire. And of course, he's like, Artemis offers to walk him back to his trailer. And Dick is like, how could I fuse? Like, you actually can't. So, Jason is still not having it. And there you walk away. But then we see Bizarro is smitten by this beautiful girl right here. And Jason notices this and he's like, go ahead, man, shoot your shot. And, he decides to eventually do that. But we then see um, Dick and Artemis go, and she wants to find out more about Jason and Dick and their relationship. And it's funny because Dick asks her if she and Jason are together, and she doesn't really say no. So they will obviously be together. And I have no problem with it because the romance between the two, implicit romance between the two, is so well written. So we get back to the bonfire. Bizarro is trying to get to know this girl, and she at first is very hesitant because she's still different among this group of circus performers, and they make fun of her. But Bizarro is like, he doesn't want to make fun of her. He really wants to know who she is. So she decides to remove her scarf here, to which she reveals, like, okay, bearded lady at the circus, nothing new. We've all seen it. And Bizarro, her name is Angelique, and she says she was born this way, to which Bizarro speaks the best English he can. He's like, my name is Bizarro. You are the most beautiful woman me have ever seen. Well, close enough, but that's the best he has ever spoken. And, gives rewards him with that kiss, basically. So we see that, Jason is happy for the guy. Father of Angelique saying that you're a good friend, and that, she's had a difficult life. But then the guy says that he has extra work for him that does not involve the big top, and he's going to come see you tomorrow. And we see that Jason figures out that it's probably something big. So Dick explains their past, basically, how Jason was supposed to be his replacement, that he was supposed to replace him as Robin, but Jason wasn't going to become another Dick Grayson or be the old Robin. He was going to be his own thing, so he trained and he broke all the rules, and, they butted heads. And, Artemis says, sounds like you were there. It's like, oh, I was definitely there. And we get this funny confrontation of them just fighting like brothers. And, we see Alfred walk in. He's like, Masters, please. And we see Jason saying, he started it. And Dick is like, by sleeping? It's like, in my bed. It's like, why is your bed in my room? And then Jason's like, seriously, Alfred? It's like, it was easier than opening up another room to clean every day. Deal with it. That's Alfred. So, Artemis obviously takes hilarity to that. I must say, Artemis is drawn very pretty. Like, she was drawn very well. And Dick is also drawn really well. Like, the artist does a good job just drawing people, I think. And, she was like, too bad they couldn't be friends. And, Dick is like, I don't think that can work anymore. And she's like, look, I didn't have a good relationship with my sister. It's like, if I could spend one more time with her, and she's basically just saying, like, don't let your past define your future, Dick Grayson. Which he thanks her and tells her that Jason's lucky to have her. And she says, I know. So I like Artemis. And, you just get another stoic page of them, brothers, basically. Like, Dick Grayson and Jason Todd are brothers in every sense of the word. And they're just relaxing. And so we see Dick Grayson as Flippy Flop. Everybody's liking him, acting the clown, thanks to his circus upbringing. And so the Outlaws are getting ready to do this job. And so they go down in the water, to which they go through. This is another nice page, as Captain Cummings would say. I put this on my wall. So moving forward, we see they find that KGBeast is here with a stockpile of weapons under the city of Gotham. And, you know, he's basically saying that he wasn't surprised to see them, that he goes by Beast now because he owes no allegiance to any nation, state, or government or whatnot. And Artemis asks, like, why are you here with the weapons? So apparently he explains that there was a renegade army battalion that wanted to take out Batman, and they were defeated, but they forgot their weapons here, so he decided to take advantage of them. And here we see that he has like a huge gun, saying that I'm told that this gets up a ray-punching rhino, perhaps even a Bizarro. And Bizarro rushes in, like saying, "Me, I'm not afraid of." He gets blasted back, and he says, "Satisfactory." So Outlaws get ready to fight. So we get the first page right here. Artemis comes in, blocks the blow, and she slices the weapon. KGB whacks her back, and then we see another action piece like here where Red Hood comes in, starts firing at KGBeast. And he continues to say, like, I'm freelance, I've upgraded my body, I'm more powerful than ever. And he's like, and your pedestrian guns can do nothing to me. And basically, Red Hood's like, oh, you're just being mean. This is a great action shot. Like, the action in the next few pages is just spectacular. You really see the fluidity of the team. The teamwork is great. So we see that KGB is like, oh, you Americans, you're so sensitive. Allow me to put you all out of your misery. Then we get a nice description of how good the teamwork is here. They all grab him. So do we look? It's like, do we look unhappy? And then we see KGB say, like, you work surprisingly well as a unit, considering you have not been very long together. And Jason is like, oh, live and learn. Look at me. A month ago, I promised Batman I wouldn't take a life. And then Artemis responds in character, saying, like, unfortunately for you, Beast, we made no such promise. And then Beast is like, I remain unconcerned. You ain't nothing to me. So he blasts his way out back. And then Artemis gets a sword. And then we see another good banter right here saying that, do you believe all your training is a match for an Amazon? And he's like, absolutely. Of course I'm better than you. It's like, but should you accidentally live through this night, I will offer you some unsolicited advice. Do what I did and stop self-identifying as a member of a particular nation state. Just be yourself. So we see Red Hood saying that's deep, and then we get another great action shot of just Red Hood firing at Artemis' sword, and then she's also using her sword to deflect the bullets onto KGBeast, which was very good teamwork. So, but KGBeast just pins down Red Hood. Then we see Bizarro ice beam his hand, but he's like, okay, I'm tired of playing with my prey. I'm gonna take you all now, right now. So he crushes his ice hand on freaking Jason, swats Artemis away, throws her sword at Bizarro, takes them all down. This really shows you that, as capable as all of them are, like, KGB is a pretty adequate threat. So we see him charging up his weapon, and then he's like, I don't think you guys are here to steal the weapons. Like, you actually want to protect this city, and I find that admirable, and I'm going to give you the honor of a quick death. But then we see Nightwing come in, swoop in and save him. So KGB throws Nightwing, but Nightwing recovers. Bizarro has his arm out. He goes for the swing. They come together, and crack, boom, hit down KGB. You know, that was great teamwork. Unfortunately, that wasn't enough to take down KGBeast. So we see the big guns, Artemis and Bizarro, take him down for the count. And, you know, Jason's like, you know we softened him up for you, right? To which, like, they're like, yeah, we all know you did. That was great action. Fluid action. Great teamwork. Stakes, you were like, wow. Like, I always say, like, if this was animated, I'm pretty sure it would be great stuff. Great stuff. So the mission is done, basically. And, basically, Dick is like saying you should talk to the cops and Argus, and, you know, he's like, yeah, we're still outlaws, so we can't do that. And, you know, Nightwing is like, yeah, remember, like, even though you guys are, like, doing good, you still consider the bad guys. And he's like, and then Dick says, you know, it's nice seeing that you're a better big brother to Bizarro than I ever was to you. And, you know, Jason says, like, don't worry, Dick, you deserve more credit than I ever gave you. And then we see Dick leave saying that, I guess it's pointless to say stay out of trouble, eh? And we see Jason smile like saying, yeah, see, way smarter than you look. So that was nice. Then Artemis is looking in the sunlight, and he said, you didn't even get to say goodbye. And then we see Jason play with her saying, missing your boyfriend? And she's like, me and Nightwing? Say, God is your screen. Like, It's clear that this is the only Robin that she wants, apparently, or so we think. I would hope. But we see Bizarro like saying, Bizarro kissed Bearded Lady more than once. And then Jason's like, oh, did you get a number, big guy? It's like, yes, 8, which must have been her trailer number. And he's like, oof, we'll talk about this when we get home. And that's the end. This Red Hood and the Outlaws continues to hit it out of the park. After everything that's happened with Secret Empire and the trash writing that I've seen, and the disappointment that you can hear from diversity in comics and comics about it, it's refreshing to see some good old-fashioned comic brawling, story, and everything like that. I give this a 9 out of 10. So I reviewed this basically because I got more to review it on my last comic haul video. Don't worry, Comic Kid Mace Windu is coming soon. I got that tomorrow. So once again, I'd like to thank you all for watching my video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification to be notified. I do these reviews for you, the people, because I want you guys to, listen to my point of view and see what you guys think.